Hi, welcome to my channel. In today's class, we're going to discuss very important topic that is strings. First of all, we need to know about what do you mean by strings. Strings are the sequence of characters enclosed within the pair of double quotes ending with what? Null characters. I will repeat once again. Strings are the sequence of the characters enclosed within the pair of double quotes ending with what? Null character. Here we're going to see example that is Mohan. Mohan is a string. I am going to be right within the pair of double quote. That is what sequence of the characters here. Then with respect to the second point, literal string, or we can say this one is what string constant. It is stored in consecutive bytes in the memory, and compiler it places the null character at the end. Okay, literal string are means what string constant. Literal string are the string constant. It is stored in consecutive bytes in the memory. For example, Mohan, Mohan. These characters, it is stored in consecutive bytes in the memory, and compiler automatically places the null character at the end, right? Then next thing, that is how you're going to declare the string variables. First thing, character, data type, string name, name of the string, size you are specifying within the subscript, character, city of 10. Okay, totally this size it going to take total number of the characters present in the string, including what? Null character. Total number of characters present in the string, including what? Null character. In the literal string, or it may be string constant, the null character is inserted automatically. That is what we learned in previous slide. That is, it is stored in consecutive bytes in the memory, and compiler it places the null character at the end. Okay, so whenever you are writing with respect to double quotes, you need not to specify the what escape sequence. Compiler it automatically places the null character at the end. Then next thing, how you going to initialize the string variable. First thing, character, that is data type. Then city, city is what string name. Then within the subscript, I am specifying what size. That going to be assigned by. Here you can take either within the double quotes. Within the double quotes, you can write what string, or you can use flower brackets. In case of flower brackets, each character is separated by comma, and you need to write null character also here, and each character is enclosed within the pair of single quote. Okay, so each character is separated by comma, each character is enclosed within the pair of single quote, and also you need to write null character here. But here within the pair of double quotes, you need not to write null character. These are two ways of initializing with respect to string variables. Then while initializing the string variables, you need to remember these points. First point is what? Char s of array. Okay, here you are not specifying any size at that time. Compiler it automatically allocates the memory. Okay, totally how many characters are there? 4 characters plus null character. For this thing, compiler it automatically allocates the memory. Char s of 10. Okay, char s of 10 is equal to good. Okay, here initialized value is very less compared to the what size at that time. What about remaining elements? Okay, remaining elements, totally 4 characters are there, totally 4 values are there, but here size is what? 10. What about 6 values? Okay, for that remaining element, compiler it automatically initializes the values to null. Okay, this is with respect to second point. And the third point is what? Character s of size. Here size is very less compared to the initialized values. Okay, GOOD, totally 4 characters are there, but here size is very less at the time. This is not possible. That is what? Illegal. Then next thing, with respect to fourth point, this is declaration is done in one step and the initialization is done in another step. This is also not possible. It will show compile time error. We cannot separate initialization from the declaration. In another point, character s1 of 4 is equal to abc. Yes, declaration and initialization is done in single step, no problem. Here character s2 of 4, declaration is done, no problem, but s2 is assigned by s1. Array name, it cannot be used as left operand. Array name cannot be used as left operand for this assignment operator. This is also not allowed. These are the points you need to remember while initializing the string variables. Then for printing a string and for reading a string, you can use what printf and the scanf function. Okay, same as earlier, but for printing a string you need to use this format specifier percentage s, and you can give this variable str. For reading a string, you need to use specify percentage s, and you need to use what variable. But here you need not use what ampersand while reading the string. This scanf and the printf function are going to be process individual unit. Either that units it may be integers, characters, or it may be string. This one it going to be stops. This scanf function, it stops reading at the first white space character. For example, Mohan space Kumar. Mohan space, that is what white space, then Kumar. At that time, this one is going to be read only the string, that is what Mohan. Whenever it encounters first white space character, it won't take another string. Okay, this one you need to remember. This is with respect to scanf function. Okay, because it is reading what individual unit, that's why this scanf and the printf function we can call as token oriented input and the output function, because individual units are called as what token. Okay, that's why printf and the scanf functions are called token oriented input and output function. Then here this is what with respect to string input and the output function. Getters, this is another way of reading a string. Getters and the putters. What's the difference between scanf and getters here? Scanf it's going to read only the individual unit, but getters it's going to read entire line including what white spaces. It's going to read entire line including white spaces. That's why it is called as line oriented input and the output function. Okay, reading a string using getters and printing a string using putters, it's going to print whole line. Okay, including what white spaces. Please, one thing you need to be remember with respect to putters, that is in addition to printing a string, it also prints the new line character. It also prints what new line character. It's going to give effect of printing the entire line. Okay, it also gives what it also prints the new line character, so it's going to give effect of printing entire line. Okay, this is the thing you need to remember with respect to putters. This is the code snippet for reading and printing a string. Getters of str it's going to read the string, and putters of str it's going to print the string. Then next thing is what array of the strings. Now what is this array of the string? To create an array of string, we're going to use what two-dimensional array. Okay, two-dimensional array, that is character, data type, a, array name, row and column. Here I took row as what 5 rows and column is what 11. It's going to be assigned by, it's going to be assigned by what, this one in the flower brackets. Here I am taking the values. First thing, totally 5 strings are there. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, that is what first row. Row indicates what number of the strings, and 11 is what with respect to each row, that is the character. 11 is what characters. Up to that number of character is going to be taken here. Okay, totally 11 characters it's going to be take 1 2 3 4 5 here. Okay, so it is possible up to 11 character it's going to be take with respect to each row. Then next thing is what another important function, string manipulation function from the standard library. Okay, these are the few standard library, few string manipulation function available in the standard library, that is string.h. strlen, okay, it's going to find what length of the string. strcpy it's going to copy one string to another string. strncpy it's going to copy from one string to another string up to n number of characters. strcmp it's going to compare between the two string. strncmp it's going to compare between the two string up to n characters. strcat this is what concatenation of what two strings. strlwr is what it's going to convert means what it's going to convert all the uppercase, whatever the uppercases are there in the string, to lowercase characters. strutr, whatever the lowercase characters are there in the string, to uppercase character. It's going to convert whatever the lowercase characters are there in the string to uppercase character. strrev, it is what reversal of the string. Okay, it's going to reverse entire string, that is standard the library function, that is strrev. These are what string manipulation functions available in what standard library, and that is string.h. We're going to see one by one. First thing is what to find the length of the string. You can use what length of the string, that is length is assigned by str. This one you need to use strlen of string variable. String copy strcpy of destination comma source, that is whatever the source string is there, it's going to be copied to the destination string. Okay, strncpy destination comma source comma n. Okay, it's going to copy from source string to the destination string up to n number of the character. Okay, in this class we're going to learn how to find length of the string using standard library function or without using built-in function, and same thing that's applicable to string copy also. Okay, in next class we're going to see with respect to comparison of the two string. Okay, first in this class we're going to see length of the string. So how to find length of the string. Okay, so here I am going to use operating system, that is Fedora. You can use Windows also. You can use any C compiler for this. Okay, already I written code for this, that is to find length of the string. This is the code. Okay, while for to find the length of the string, see here hash into stdio.h. Okay, string.h f, because I need to use standard library function strlen. This is available in string.h. Every program start from main function, character str of 20, integer length I'm going to be taken, get s of str. Okay, I will show example difference between scanf and the get s here. Get s of str, it's going to read a string. Okay, it's going to read entire line. Okay, length is going to be calculated here. Length is assigned by string length of str. Automatically it's going to find the length of the string. Printf percentage d length. So it's going to take the ASCII, means what percentage d, totally it's going to print integer value. Okay, so I will run this code. Okay, see what will be the output for this one. cc space string length dot c. Okay, you need not to bother about warning. Dot slash a dot out for execution, cc for compilation, enter a string. So I am entering a string, that is Mohan space Kumar. Okay, so it is taking the means what it is giving the output, that is what 11 mohn 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, total 11 characters are there. It is printing output. Okay, same thing we're going to see this one here. I will tell you the difference between what scanf and the getters. Okay, scanf, what I said, it stops reading at the whenever it encodes the first white space character. That is what I said in earlier, right? Okay, control S, then save this one. Same thing, compile it first, then execute here. While execution, Mohan space Kumar. At the time it's going to take only the 5, because only it's going to find length of the string for the first string. It won't take the another string. Okay, this one you need to remember here. Then this is using what built-in function. Without using built-in function, how to write, that is strlen without using built-in function wb.c. Okay, see here I use pointer here. First thing, same thing, enter a string, get s of s, it's going to read entire line. Okay, here I am calling a function string length of s. Okay, here I am passing the string here. Okay, see here, integer strlen of character space star s. This one, it is pointing to this variable, whatever the string you read here, that is what Mohan space Kumar you read. Okay, here length value is assigned to 0. Okay, length value is assigned to 0, while star of s plus length. Okay, star of s plus length. Okay, see here, this one. Okay, you assume s of 0 I read as what Mohan, because Mohan is the string I read. Okay, s of 0 it is stored as m, s of 1 o, s of 2 is h, s of 3 is a, s of 4 is n. And lastly, s of I is what? It encounters with what? Null characters. Okay, it is assigned with what? Null character. Length is initialized to 0. Okay, while ff plus 0. Okay, here length value is what? 0 previously. S plus length. Okay, it is pointing to this one, s plus 0. S plus 0 is value is what? M. Okay, it's going to check m is equal to null character or not. Because m is not equal to null character, it's going to be increment length value by 1. Okay, it is going to increment length value by 1. Now again, s plus length, again it's going to check s plus length. S plus length is what? S plus 1. S plus 1 is what? O. Okay, again O is not equal to null character. Again it's going to be increment the length value to 2. S plus length, that is what? S plus 2. S plus 2 value is what? H. H is not equal to null character. Again it's going to be increment length value to 3. S plus 3. S plus 3 is what? A. Okay, A is not equal to null character. Length is what? 4. Again it's going to be increment. Okay, that is what? Length value to what? 4 here. Okay, actually this one is what? 4. S plus 4. S plus 4 is what? N. N is not equal to null character, so length value is what? 5 here. Okay, next thing, s plus 5. S plus 5 is what? Null character. Is null character equal to null character? Yes, obviously it matches. Come out from the loop. It come out from which loop? While loop here. Okay, this is the thing with respect to this one. Up to while star of s plus length, while up to star of s plus length not equal to null character. Whatever the strings are there, whatever the strings, whatever the characters are there in a string, okay, going to be compare each character with this null character. If it is not matching, it keep on incrementing the length value. Okay, keep on incrementing the length value. That's why first I initialize the length value to 0 first thing. Okay, s plus 0, it's going to check s plus 0 value is what? M. M is not equal to null character. Okay, length is going to be increment by 1. S plus 1. S plus 1 is what? O. O is not equal to null character. It's going to keep on incrementing this length values like this, up to s plus 5. Okay, lastly s plus 5 is what? Null character. It's going to be matches at that time. It come out from this one. It's going to return the length value. Okay, now you're going to print the length value here. This is how it works with respect to, without using the built-in function, that is strlen. Okay, see here how it works. Now I will compile this program, that is str okay, wait, cc dot slash a dot out. So what will be the output? Enter a string. Yes, perfect. Length of the string is what? 11. I am getting the output here, not a problem. Then we will see how it works with respect to string copy. strcpy, already I written code for this one. This is using what? Built-in function. Just think here, you need to declare the two string, str1 of 20, str2 of 20, because you need to copy from one string to another string. That's why you need to declare both the string at a time. Then printf enter the first string. Here you're going to read the first string by using what? Getters of str1. By using getters of str1, you're going to read the first string. Then you are using the standard library function, and that is strcpy. It is available in string.h. Okay, you are copying string 1 to 2, string 2. Okay, so that is a syntax is what? strcpy of destination comma source. You are copy source string to destination string. That's why str1 to copying to str2. Then you are printing the second string, that is str2. Okay, by using what? Format specifier percentage s. See how it works here. It will work. So first thing, you compile it, cc space str cpy dot c, then dot slash a dot out. You will get the output Mohan. Second string is what? Mohan. You are getting the output. Same thing we're going to see here. It will work or not without using built-in function. Already I written code for this one without using built-in function. Okay, here same thing, enter the first string. Here you're going to read the entire string. Here you're calling the function string cpy. Okay, string cpy of string 2 and string 1. Okay, here you are passing the string 1 values and you are copying to which one, string 2. Okay, so this one is pointing to this one. Okay, what about ds is no there is no value with respect to str2, only this pointer it is having value with respect to string 1. It will take the string value here. Same thing what you learned in previous, how you going to find the length of the string. I value is what initialized to 0 here, while star of s plus ss plus I. Okay, that is what source string. Ss refers to source string, ds refers to destination string, while star of ss plus, that is ss plus I, ss plus 0. Okay, you assume MOHAN. Okay, at the time M is the first one, M is not equal to null character, then ds plus 0. Okay, ds plus 0, star of ds plus 0, that is the first position, is assigned by star of ss plus I. Whatever the star of ss plus I value is there, that is star of ss plus 0, that is M, it is copied down to star of ds plus 0, that is what first position with respect to destination string. Then you incrementing the position I plus plus, then star of ss plus 1 not equal to null character, that is star of ss plus O, that is star of ss plus 1 is what, O not equal to null character. So whatever the source string value is there, it is copied down to destination string, that is star of ds plus 1, like that it will go. Lastly, uh, you need to encounter what, you need to end up the string by what, null character. Then that's why star of ds plus I, that is for last position, it's going to be assigned to the null value. See here how it works. Here, okay, this is what tracing the string copy. First thing, str1 of 0 is what, M, str1 of 1, that is first source string, str2 of is what, H, str1 of 3 is A, str1 of 4 is N. Lastly, that is what, null character. I is initialized to 0, while ss plus 0 not equal to null character. At that time, ts plus 0, it is going to be copied on by ss plus 0, that is what, M. I value is going to be incremented by 1, while ss of plus 1, it's going to be not equal to null character. What about ss plus 1? ss plus 1, that is what source string, this is what ss. Okay, this is t bar 1 is there. Okay, this is what ss1 of is what, 0. Okay, 0 not equal to null character as true. Then ds plus 1 is assigned by ss plus 1. Ss plus 1 is what, this one, O. Okay, I value is increment by 2. Okay, next ss plus 2 not equal to null character. At that time s condition is what, true. ds plus 2 is assigned by ss plus 2. H, height going to be increment by 3, ss plus 3, that is what, A here. Okay, A is going to be copied down to ds plus 3. High value is incremented by 4, ss plus 4, that is what, store string, ss plus 4, that is nothing but what, string 1 of 4, that is what, N here. That is copied down to ds plus 4. High value is going to be incremented by 5, while ss plus 5, yes, ss plus 5 is not equal to null character, because str1 of 5 is what, null character. Not null character is not equal to null character. Condition is what, false. It come out from the while loop. Then lastly, ds plus 5 is assigned to null character. Okay, this is what I written in the code. Okay, lastly, ds plus 5 is assigned to null character. Lastly, you're going to return the values, right? So save this program, then execute it. So what will be the output? You can see here, that is string copy without using built-in function, cc dot slash a dot out. It's perfect. Second string, with respect to second string, values what, Mohan. This is how you it works without using built-in function. In today's class, you learn how you're going to copy from one string to another string, how you're going to find the length of the string. In next class, you're going to learn string comparison and all those things. Remaining string manipulation function in next class. Okay, thank you. Please subscribe to my channel. Okay, thank you one and all.